Welcome back to a new episode of The Dilster Show. I'm your host, Dilster, and it's kind of funny. No one on the East Coast calls me Dilster. I only got that nickname when I moved out to LA. One of my friends called me Dilster once, and then it stuck. And then now everyone calls me Dilster, at least all my friends on the West Coast. Welcome back. I'm having a lot of fun with filming these, and I explained it in the last episode, but pretty much when I was living at home for the last 8 months, I was obsessed with podcasts like Higher Up Wellness or Out of Pocket with Chris Griffin. And I feel like my perspective is a little bit different because I'm doing UGC as a full-time career. So I feel like I can give that perspective. And like what I'm realizing is it's like doing UGC is in itself a business. And it's kind of like my dipping my toes into the entrepreneur world. Like I eventually don't want to be doing UGC my whole life. I want to pivot this into actually starting my own brand. And I don't know what that even looks like yet, but I'm learning so much about the brand side because UGC is cool. I hop on calls with founders all the time. And so it's cool getting to see and getting like an inside look of the back end and like what goes into it. Like for example, I just had a call with the founder of this hair gel, Merman, which is like the kid found it in Laguna Beach. He has similar hair to mine where it's like, if you don't have the product in, it's super straight. And if you have the product in, it's like wavy. I love it. And it's like a sea salt spray, texture spray combo. Anyways, I got to sit on the phone with him and I just like love hearing founder stories and like what made someone or what inspired someone to start it. So yeah, my ultimate goal is not only to start my own brand, but I want to interview founders on the show. That's what I really want to do. That's like why I started the show, because I always loved listening to podcasts like How I Built This with Guy Raz. Those were my favorite shows, my favorite podcasts. But I was having this conversation with my friend, who's another UGC creator, Logan. I talked about him in the last show, and we were just talking about like traits that high performers have. Like I always see the same common traits in every high performer, no matter like if all these different podcasts I've listened to, all these interviews I've listened to, I always see the same traits out of high performers. And the time it takes between an idea and taking action is very minimal. And I feel like most people's problems is like they have an idea, but for the time that actually takes to take action, it's just like, it could be a whole year. Like some people will just sit and plan and plan and plan and plan. And by the time that they actually take action, it's too late. Someone's already done that. Someone's already done that a billion times. So yeah, I do think like in the entrepreneur world, you are like racing against time. And if you don't do something, someone's gonna come up with it eventually. And so basically the measure of success, like what I see most high performers is the time it takes between an idea and actually taking action is like very minimal, like within like a day or two, they take action. And I wanted to come up with a term. There needs to be a term for that, for the time it takes between having an idea and actually taking action on that idea. And I'm gonna dub it right now. I'm gonna claim it right now, Manuka. The Manuka between, I don't know why I just came up with that, but the Manuka between the idea and taking action on that idea is so key. And it seems like the more I like listen to interviews on entrepreneurs and founders, it just seems like the lower IQ individual is more successful than the higher IQ individual, only because they don't think it all the way through. They don't think of every single outcome that could, or failure or bump in the road that could happen. They just do action, and then they get in real-time feedback so much quicker than the higher IQ individual who just sits there and analyzes over a business plan for months. So the Manuka between when you have a business idea and you take action on that idea, I don't know. I needed a term to come up with it, because that's something that I'm trying to get so much better at. Instead of just sitting and pondering ideas, actually take action on those ideas and not just sit with it. Because who cares? Even if you fail, you get in real-time feedback and then you can just bounce back. Like that's the thing, is like these high performers, high level entrepreneurs, they bounce back so quick. They get the feedback, it's not emotional, they move on. So anyways, I thought that was kind of interesting. I read some statistic the other day that the average person, the average human scrolling on social media consumes 72 gigabytes of storage just from scrolling on their phone in 24 hours. And I think like most people's problem is if they want to start a business or if they want to start even just like building a personal brand, you are consumed with just way too much information. Like there's so much information overload that you just don't need. And I honestly think that that's most people's issue is they just have too much information and it's like overwhelming. I just don't think it needs to be so overcomplicated. And I think we always overcomplicate things. Like, oh, the timing's not right, blah, blah, blah. I need this to start. No, you really don't. You need a phone and everyone has a phone. So just click record and get real-time feedback because we're gonna get in real-time feedback and we're gonna only progress, baby. Let's go. I was reading something that was kind of sad, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways because I still feel like I'm a little bit in that stage of like the lonely chapter. It's definitely getting better. I'm meeting so many more people that are having the same similar interests as me, which is amazing. And I'm in such a better place than I was like 8 months ago. Like for example, this past Friday, there was like a live music thing going on and my brother and my friend were going. And obviously if I'm gonna go, there's gonna be drinking involved. And I just, for whatever reason, in this stage of life right now, I'm in a sprint to build and I just don't have the time to be hungover. All I can think about going out now is how am I gonna feel Saturday morning? Like, am I gonna be able to go to the gym, have an actual good lift, and then leave the gym, have a good meal, walk, get some steps in the sun, and get good deep work done? And yeah, I don't know. You don't owe it to anyone to have to explain why you're staying in, not drinking, and actually trying to build something. I read something that was kind of scary, but kind of eye-opening at the same time. The average life expectancy for a male in the US is 77 years old. I'm 28 years old. That means I'm 36% of the way done with my life, if I'm lucky. That's if nothing goes wrong and I'm healthy all the way through, which is fucking crazy when you think about it because I look like I'm 12 and I'm over a third of the way through my life. So excuse me if I am tired of getting drunk every weekend, waking up anxious, with full of regret, feeling completely unfulfilled instead of actually building something that has real meaning behind it and purpose. You know what I mean? Like you don't owe it to anyone to have to explain why you're working on something for a greater purpose. I know that like when I die, you can take it how it is. I don't see it as that sad, but no one's gonna remember you. There's not. There's gonna be a couple people in this century that are gonna be remembered. I'm not one of them. So what I wanna do is in my time that I'm alive, I just wanna make the people around me happy and make it a better place. And I want to do that by building something big. And I don't even know what that looks like yet, but it sure as shit is not going out every single weekend getting pissed drunk and eating grossly processed food. Like that's just not in the cards for me at all anymore. I've done that. I've gone out every single weekend. I've done that whole dance. I'm done. I'm over it. It's like the only times I want to drink now are for certain occasions. I'm not saying I'm never going to drink again. There are certain situations where drinking is honestly a good thing, because it does loosen people up and it makes conversation flow. And I think, I mean, for example, weddings, this might be a hot take, but I think weddings are boring as shit if you're not drinking. Like if you're just dead sober there, you're just gonna wanna leave. I don't know, maybe I'm just insane, but there are certain times where drinking is necessary. I'm not saying you have to get blackout drunk, but having a couple of drinks can make an experience so much better. So I think using it as a tool in that way, it can be really powerful, but the problem is that most people don't have that self-discipline to only have a couple drinks, and that's where it goes off the rails. And for me, it's easier for me to just not go to an event if I know people are gonna be drinking at it. Like if I know people are going to the bars, I'm not gonna go to the bars because why would I wanna be at a bar sober? I just don't want to do that, you know? If you like to do that, kudos to you, awesome. Go do that, not for me. Yeah, I could just think of so many other things I could do with my time. One thing I wanted to do on here was, so my head has been in the sand with just news and culture. I kind of just had enough of it. And when I got this new phone, I just purposely did not download Twitter so I didn't have to see any news. Funny enough, like I do a lot of UGC and stuff, but I don't like use Instagram like that. I don't doom scroll. I really don't, because I think it's a net negative. Sometimes I'll scroll, but it's literally just for inspiration for videos. That's it. It's just such a waste. I hate friends that just send me reels all day long. It's like, dude, stop. It's just so annoying. Like I have friends that send me like 10 reels a day. I'm like, I never respond. It just pisses me off, honestly. Yeah, if you're someone that just sends reels to your friends all day, get a new hobby. Touch grass. It is ridiculous. I shouldn't be, and if you are gonna send them, they better be fucking funny. If you're gonna send me some 4 out of 10 reel, dude, it's wraps. You're so cut. You're so cut. Anyways, I don't know how long I've been filming for, but hopefully there's some good stuff in here. If not, I don't know. But yeah, I kind of wanted to touch on, can I log in Twitter in here? Let's see. I'm gonna try to log in with my phone number. Also, while I'm bringing this up, I was exhausted yesterday, and then, why is this not working? Whatever. I don't even want to honestly partake, but I was going to try to react to like what I've seen on Twitter, because I haven't been on Twitter in like 3 months, but I don't even, maybe we do that next episode. I don't know. But anyways, today's Sunday. It's like 94 degrees down here in Charleston. It is hot. I'm going to spend some time outside. I'm going to take the day off from the gym. I might hit the sauna later and just chill. May do a little, Sundays are usually my days that I meal prep my overnight oats. Yeah, that's kind of like my one thing that I love to do. I don't meal prep anything else. It's just the overnight oats. But yeah. Oh wait, holy shit, the World Cup is today. The World Cup final. Totally forgot about that. Just some highlights here for the France and England game. Who won? England? Dang. 5-3 England. Anyways, I'm going to chill today. I may go over my brother's to go watch the World Cup final and just have like a lazy Sunday. I feel like I need a lazy Sunday. Pretty bad. But anyways, if you made it to the end of this episode, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.